I hope that you're having an awesome and an outstanding day. My name is Dale Brown. I'm the pastor of Community Church at Ocean Pines. And we're this week reflecting on the reality of All Saints Day. When I became a minister, I had several persons who I respected and admired. Among them are a member of this church and our annual conference, Reverend Olin Shockley, and another is the Reverend Dr. J.T. Seymour. J.T. and Jean became close friends, and J.T. taught me so much as he and I had the chance to work together. I lift up his life and example as what I really believe a pastor should be. JT said to me many times, always be kind, always be gentle, always, even in the most difficult moments, exemplify Christ. In that way, your witness will make a difference. And I have tried to do that my entire life, and his words of wisdom remain true even today. But I also want to say to you this: saints are not only ministers or special people. Saints are everyday folk, people who are occupying all kinds of jobs. I had the wonderful privilege of being a pastor of an older gentleman who was a banker, and he banked all his life. He was a tremendous banker, a generous man, a good man who took care of the poor and helped persons even sometimes when maybe the margin was too close to call. And he said, Dale, I've wasted my life. I should have been a minister. He had been a Methodist lay speaker. And I said, no, you did things that I could never do. You helped people get their first car, their first home. You help them in times of crisis with financial realities and resources that are not a part of my experience or my ability at this point. It seemed to satisfy him. But I am convinced that God needs people in all kinds of professions to live out their faith in a way that is attractive and draws people to Christ. I want to read to you the words from the hymn. And Miss Dorothy is going to sing the last verse, but it's one of those hymns that I just think is really fun to sing. And I don't sing well, and for me to say something's fun to sing, that means a lot. But this is hymn 712 from the United Methodist Hymnal. And listen to the words this morning as we share in our devotion. I sing a song of the saints of God, patient and brave and true, who toiled and fought and lived and died for the Lord they loved and knew. And one was a doctor, and one was a queen, and one was a shepherdess on the green. They were all of them saints of God, and I mean God helping to be one too. Verse 2, they loved their Lord so dear, and his love made them strong, and they followed the right for Jesus' sake the whole of their good lives long. And one was a soldier, and one was a priest, and one was slain by a fierce wild beast, and there's not any reason, no, not the least, why I shouldn't be one too. Verse 3, they live not only in ages past, there are hundreds of thousands still. The world is bright with the joyous saints who love to do Jesus' will. You can meet them in school, and on the street, and in the store, in the church by the sea, and in the house next door. They are the saints of God, whether rich or poor, and I mean to be one too. I long for the day when all of God's church is gathered in eternity, and persons from the continent of Africa, from Asia, from South America, Native Americans, African Americans, Caucasian Americans, all of us are there gathered around the throne. The focus is not on what divides us. The focus is on the God who unites us and who has called us, called you, called me, to be a saint. As Dorothy comes to sing the last verse of that wonderful little hymn, I Sing a Song of the Saints of God.